Hello everyone, welcome back to another Raiders video. In this video, I'll be giving my game preview for the Raiders-Cowboys game, so let's get into it. So now week 2 of the preseason, the Raiders and Cowboys both 0-1, playing in Allegiant Stadium. For the Raiders, it seems like it's going to be similar to the Minnesota game. We're going to play our starters for about a drive, except this time, the QBs will be flipped, so Minshew should be getting the start. O'Connell should be going after him, and apparently we might be naming a starter after this game at quarterback, so we'll see who that is potentially after this game. But starters are going to play, maybe including Devontae Adams, and we'll see about Dallas. I believe against the Rams they did not play their starters, and they played Trey Lance most of the game as well, so that'll be interesting. Obviously, he used to be a third overall pick. So for the Cowboys, if they're not going to play their starters and we are, I could see us winning, but that's not really what matters. I just hope that our starters look good again, like they did against Minnesota. And I hope our depth looks better as well, because again, our depth looked not that good. We cannot run the ball on Minnesota. We cannot stop the run, and obviously we ended up losing that game, which that's not really the negative. The negative is that the third and fourth stringers did not look very good, so that's what was more concerning to me than the loss. But hopefully against Dallas, we can look better in terms of the depth. Now, if Minshew does play, he's going to be with our first string offense. Jacoby Myers, both tight ends, Zamir White, the first string line. And Minshew already had a solid game against Minnesota with a second stringer, so Minshew might have an even better performance. We'll see about Aiden O'Connell, because he had one drive. That was a good drive, but only one. And I want to see him, if he's playing in the latter half of the game, I like to see him do that, because against Minnesota, it was one drive. It was pretty much a scripted drive. I want to see what he can do beyond those scripted drives, because he had a lot of open throws that were designed to be open, because it was the first drive, and we kind of scripted together that drive. So the QB battle is very close, and I thought, again, Minshew looked better last week, but is it enough to take O'Connell's job, because it is his to lose? I'm not sure yet. Obviously, we still have the Dallas game to take a look, and I think AOC will still win it, because Minshew's play style does not really match what we need to do. Again, we need to keep the ball away from the opposing defense. We need to run the ball, because we're a defensive team. So a guy like Minshew is a gunslinger. Not sure if that's going to work for us, because what if he's out there giving the ball back to the defense, and our defense trying to get stops and win us the game that way? So I think AOC playing a more balanced role, as in he's in the pocket, he throws the smart decisions. I think that would make more sense than a guy like Minshew, who can improvise and can scramble, but again, does not really make sense for what we need to do. At the rest of the positions, I love to see the receivers and tight ends get in the way they were last week. They were having a really nice game. The ball was spread around very nicely. The running game as well. Zamir White got it in there. Madison, Abdullah. Now, Dylan Lobby now didn't look too good, but maybe because the offensive line was not looking good when he was at the point that he was in the game. So maybe if he plays earlier, he can actually have better production. Defensively, it looks like we should be doing the same thing, having the first string defense out there, which honestly, against the Vikings, they moved the ball way too easily on us. They didn't score, but they got down to the 4-yard line, and it was not looking good, because that's not an offense that should be moving the ball on us, because they have Sam Darnold, they don't have Justin Jefferson playing, and we should have got a stop earlier, but it was one drive. Hopefully our defense can play better. I trust that it will. I love the look that we put out as well. It was a five-man front, 2 linebackers, and 4 DBs. And the reason I love that is because our D-line is better than our secondary. So it's better to have 5 D-linemen out there rather than, let's say, 2 outside corners and a nickel, because one of our weaknesses on defense, or at least question marks, is Jacoby Bennett. I'm a fan of his, but still a question mark. So a way to take away that question mark is we got two outside corners, which is Jack Jones and Nate Hobbs, because Nate Hobbs can play the outside. And then you have your 5 D-linemen up front, which is Crosby and Coons, and then you got Wilkins and Butler, and then Jenkins in the middle. That's a great way to do it, because you don't have to take off one of those D-linemen off the field. It's going to be Jenkins or Butler off the field if we're going to run a 4-man front, because obviously Crosby, Coons, and Wilkins are going to be there. So it's a great way to utilize the defense. Anyway, that's a look that I like. I think it's going to work this season, because our D-line's pretty good, and take away Jacoby Bennett, which is a question mark. You take him off the field. Of course, your safeties are in there, Merrick and Epps, but hopefully the defense looks better, including the depth, because again, our run defense is not look good. Our pass coverage is not look good. MJ Devonshire burnt on a 44-yard touchdown. The secondary gets lost in a play action against the Vikings, and they find a touchdown there. And I want that to look better, because you can't be a great defense like we expect without having depth. So I hope our depth plays better in this game, including the rookies, DeCamerion Richardson and MJ Devonshire, but also Tommy Eichenberg. I hope he plays. He was not playing against Minnesota for whatever reason. Hopefully we see him out there this week. Now Jax Paris-Johnson is back off the POP, but I'm not sure if he's going to be playing in this game. He's still in a red contact jersey at practice. Maybe he'll, maybe he won't. Cole Miller is still on the POP list, so he will not play, but still expected to be our left tackle because he's a veteran. He knows what he's doing. You know, he can come in without that much practice and still have the left tackle spot, so I trust him there. But Jax Paris-Johnson is a rookie. We need to get him every snap we can if he's going to be a day one starter. If not, it's going to be Cody Whitehair, which kind of concerns me because he is not, the Pro Bowl version of himself anymore. So I would love to see Jax Paris-Johnson be that day one starter. And one last note, with the signing of Nathan Peterman, the Raiders have released Anthony Brown. So maybe Nathan Peterman is a quarterback 3 because I think he's better than Carter Bradley. We'll see what happens. Anthony Brown, I thought wasn't he like a practice squad QB3, but now I'm not sure if he'll even be on the practice squad because we're cutting him this early. Anyway, that's my Raiders versus Cowboys game preview for week 2 of the preseason. I'm Marto, and thank you for watching.